So Mr. Soap and Clay is sexy, and he is an Aquarius. And the Aquarius bar is scented with sandalwood because sandalwood is sexy. It all comes full circle. And that's also what we're making today. The Aquarius bar, not Mr. Soap and Clay. That would be, I don't know how to do that, but I can make soap. So I'm going to tell you more about the Aquarius bar in just a minute. But before I do, hello, I am Mrs. Soap and Clay. Let's make stuff. How's it going, Sudsers? Welcome back to the channel. You are at Soap and Clay, where we make all the soapy things, and you are here for day 292, I think, of 365 days of soap. And yeah, we are making the Aquarius bar. Mr. Soap and Clay, Aquarius, another air sign, which doesn't make sense because aqua in the name, but they're the water holders, bearers. It's all a thing. My notes are not in front of me. I do that for the other piece. And yeah, the Aquarius bar, air sign, for sure. I'm an air sign. It's all crazy. And we've been playing with the air signs for the Zodiac line throughout the entirety of the channel. And I'm still not super happy with it. But I do remember a chocolate mocha peppermint bar that I did like a month or so ago. Yeah. And I had done like the internal swirl, showing you how to do layers plus swirls inside, right? And I had done this really cool swirl inside, and I went, why don't I use that for air? Because that can totally look like wind blowing, and then it's, yeah. So we're gonna play with the Aquarius, you know, the air signs pour today again, and I'm gonna have a brand new pour for Aquarius, and maybe, fingers crossed, this will be the, you know, final, yes, we like this. This is what all air signs will look like with different colors and scents, obviously, for the Zodiac line. So let's go check out the pour, and we can talk more about all of the things that go into the Aquarius bar and why they do, you know, in the video. So if you have watched any of my Zodiac soap videos throughout this project, you would know two things. One, we put a ton of research into all the Zodiac stuff because I actually really like the Zodiac. I think it's kind of fun. And that's how all of the designs and everything were, the colors, the scents, everything were selected for the individual, you know, Zodiac signs. And two, so weird that I said 1 and 2. Usually I say A and 2 or 1 and B. Yeah. But 2, also, as well, I have been playing with the air signs design for all of them, really. And so this is the last and final air sign that we're playing with. I haven't fully decided on what I want to do. I did something different for Gemini, I did something different for Libra. Pretty sure those are both air signs. My brain's fried. And so now I'm doing something different for Aquarius, also an air sign. And so we are going to be mixing up the pour here to see if, you know, I like this better for our air sign bars, really. But we are still playing with the same color selections because the blues are something that, I mean, water, Aquarius, blue. Yeah, they're drawn to blues. They like blue. And we are also keeping the same scent blend as far as that goes. It's a sandalwood and cedarwood blend with a little bit of vetiver in it. It is so good. It's so sexy. It's also, it's a scent that I use in one other bar in my line that actually still exists on the regular for the Griffin Glow line for the Harry Potter soaps. And like everything else has been discontinued, which is fun because like, yay, less things to keep up with and everything. I mean, with the channel doing 30 different soaps every month, 30 different products every month, it totally works. Like, these are your January soaps. You can do the thing. And yeah, so all of that. And yeah, so we are definitely mixing up the design of the bar, but we are keeping the aspects that are important to, you know, Aquarians firmly in place. And so the blues and the sandalwood and the cedar, the things that they are drawn to, all of the jazz, they all stay. But we are going to play with the design a little bit. So that's going to be awesome. And, you know, we'll see what comes of it really with the pour, and if I like this enough to turn the Libra and the Gemini, the other air signs. I'm pretty sure Libra's an air sign. I don't know why I'm second guessing myself. Yeah, but let's go check out this pour. Okay, so the first layer that's going to go down is going to be a full layer of white, which I've thickened up a little bit, and it's going to set up. And it's going to be kind of like that white peppermint mocha thing that we made a few weeks ago for a custom request from one of the sudsers. And I liked the design a lot and thought, you know, this could actually work really well for an air sign to do essentially top and bottom or solid layers of white, and then in the middle have some swirly swirl effects like air. But also this doubly works for Aquarius because it also kind of looks like water with the blues running through it or whatever. And so that's what's going on with that. Now, I will be, well, I think the best way to, you know, we need to talk about Aquarius, right? Mr. Soap and Clay is an Aquarius. And that means he's an air sign. And I'm an air sign. I'm a Gemini. And Soap and Clay Kidlet number 2 is a fire sign. And Soap and Clay Kidlet number 1 is a water sign. And so that means that we have no grounding in our immediate family here. Like, we're all just primed for explosions and disasters and all of the things. And so that's fun. But I, in my research and, you know, figuring out the copy for the website, did a lot of things, but also thought about Mr. Soap and Clay's personality too and how well it fit for him. And wow, that's a beautiful blue. That is a beautiful blue. And so I'm just going to read the copy from the website that I ultimately went with this one many, many moons ago, and see, you know, for you Aquarians out there, how well it fits. It is as follows. Who doesn't love an Aquarius? They're great conversationalists, incredibly driven and hardworking. The water bearer of the Zodiac, they're known to hold emotions, those of their loved ones and their own, very close. It is rare to see people born under this sign crack under pressure or show weakness. While great for survival, these can be difficult traits in intimate relationships. Though they'll never ask for one, sometimes Aquarians just need a hug. And then for the set description, I said the Aquarius bar has a bright and energetic design that is grounded by earthy sandalwood and cedar. The Aquarius roller ball, which is titled Drive, brings lemon, cedar, and rosemary together to help focus the Aquarius mind and complete the tasks. Now, I specifically put that Aquarius, you know, focus their mind and complete the task thing in there because of Mr. Soap and Clay. Because while he is great at all of the things and he is so talented in like everything that he does, he and I both share the same sort of like weakness in that we have we can organize, plan, plot, execute, do ridiculous, you know, projects, and we can get them to like 99% completion. And it's that 1%, that driving it home to say that it's done, that we can never do. And so we feed off of that with each other. And so as a result, things end up like almost done, but not quite. Like Soap and Clay Kidlet number 2's bathroom, for example. Gorgeous bathroom, fully tiled, floor to ceiling. It's got a shower and a tub and all of the awesome things. And I taped and mudded the walls. Whoa, my goodness, what happened there? We almost lost a camera. That was almost terrible. But yeah, I taped and mudded the walls. I plastered the walls. I painted the walls. The fixtures and all of the things, and it still doesn't have trim. It's just that one little last piece that we just can't get to. and we'll do it some other time. And so Aquarians, they have that can't fully drive the whole process home thing in spades, and I do too. And so we feed off of each other. It can be dangerous. Now, I just did a little bit of a hanger swirl in there, just kind of give the batter some movement in that middle layer there, which is beautiful. That was gorgeous watching that all go in. It was a lot of fun. And then the top portion will be, you know, the white again that's going to be covered over with everything. I'm just going to do a wall pour on both sides to not give it too much movement in the middle, and, you know, do that. But even if it does move, also it's an air sign, so if it breaks through between the two, it's not as important. Like earth signs, they like structure, and so they wouldn't like that too terribly much. But with an air sign, I think that it would totally work, especially it's air and Aquarius, the water bearers. So yeah, but yeah, no, Aquarians are they're very cool. I mean, I may be completely biased because Mr. Soap and Clay is an Aquarius, and I love him. I adore him in everything that he is and everything that he does and all of the things. But yeah, I know they're strong-willed, they're intelligent, they're great conversationalists, they're kind of rebellious. They don't really like authority, and that for me, I'm all about that. We don't do conformity, and so that makes me happy. So actually, the majority of my close friends are also Aquarians, and so yeah, I mean, take that for what it is. I tend to like that particular, you know, area of the zodiac for whatever reason. But yeah, no, this bar is, I'm just gonna take the remainder of the blues that I have left in the little beakers and put it on the top and do some sort of swirly swirl thing to make it look airy and pretty and completely flying blind at this point. There's no real rhyme or reason for it. I did not have a plan, but if you like it, you know, pay attention to what I did, because then you can get a soap top that looks like that too, because that's fun. But the cool thing about soap tops, like doing the little skewering thing, is every soap maker loves to do it, and it never looks exactly the same, and it just becomes the cool therapeutic part of, you know, the end of your pour. Like, it's delightful. And after I take a skewer to this and make it all pretty up there, it will be ready for gel and C-pop and all the jazz. And I didn't actually talk about the weirdness with the mold there. That's a different batch that's sitting over there that's not actually quite ready to get out of the mold. And I think I've shown you how to do this before and why you should always get bigger molds, because bigger is better than smaller in these cases, because yeah, you can totally you can do multiple soaps in one mold if you need to. And look at that, 2 different types, same mold. It's awesome. So figure eights, because I love figure eights, and look at those cute little heart looking things that created, and that's beautiful. And I could totally leave it just like that. And I think I'm going to actually. I'm just going to go around the edges there. And yeah, that is a beautiful soap top. I am here for that. So let's go check out the cut of the Aquarius and see what we came up with for the interior design. And on to the cut of this guy. I have taken it out of the mold and just given it a quick slice between the two soaps, and everything looks great. It's a very shiny, beautiful bar. I love that. And no residual anything on the side where the other soap was. So it's all good. Everything works out well. And I'm very excited to see what the interior kind of swirl did in the middle of the bar. So let's check that out. And I'm actually, oh, hey, that's pretty. That's so nice. I can get behind that. That works. Now that definitely works for an Aquarius bar because it's air, yes, like the swirly swirls, but also water, so it works. I wonder if that would actually work for like a Gemini bar though. Like, I like it, and I'm a Gemini, so maybe yes. I was actually really irritated with this though, because I cut this soap, and yesterday I had shown you the chocolate espresso soaps, right? And I had a whole bunch that I was making for this wholesale account, right? So many, many, many more batches of the chocolate espresso, and I just cut a whole bunch of those off camera, and I forgot to clean off my freaking piano wire there, and it left brown things on my soap that I have to clean off, which is, I mean, it's okay because I cut my soaps really soft, and so it's easy to just get the whatever off, but I'm scratching at it and I'm having to clean it. It's all a thing, and it's one extra step, and that I was mad at myself throughout this whole thing, so I wasn't fully enjoying the pulling of the bars and to check out the beautiful pattern. But you know, now I get to, and it's beautiful and awesome, and I like these a lot. I think that's a really good, I think we can go ahead and roll with that for all air signs in the future. So this design with different colors, obviously, for each different zodiac thing, really. And yeah, that rocks, right? That's great. I ship it, totally. Except we can't really ship it yet, because here's the problem. With this, I need to know where to put the stamp. And there are lots of options with this, right? I don't know where. And so I'm going to put the stamp in a few different places and see which one I ultimately like the best. And so right there in the middle, yeah, that totally works, but it's kind of a light blue that I'm stamping it with, and so maybe there's not enough contrast there. And you know, on the top in the white portion, sure. And then bottom white portion, sure. I think I ultimately decided that I liked the middle stamp the best, but you should go ahead and tell me which one that you like the best, because I've got a lot more of these to stamp, and so I will totally take your suggestions to heart and stamp them accordingly, because I don't know. I don't know which one's better, but I do know that I love these bars. I think that's perfect for the Aquarius line, and I like having switched it up from the confetti pour that we used to do. And that is day 292, the Aquarius bar scented with sandalwood and cedarwood. And there it is, the Aquarius soap. And yeah, I actually really do love the new pour. That's a nice design for sure. I think that works for all of the air signs. Absolutely. The colors are obviously perfect for the Aquarius, so they stay, because yes. And that sandalwood blend, oh my God, it's so good. It's not just a sandalwood, it's like an Australian sandalwood, and it's, whew, it's delightful. And so yeah, that definitely stays, because Aquarius and Mr. Soap and Clay and the connection. Yes. So if you are interested in the Aquarius bar, you can totally find it on the website at soapandclay.com right now. It will not be available in a couple weeks because we're doing the Zodiacs different now. But yeah, if you want it, you can totally get it right now at the website. If you are interested in more soapy antics and seeing what we get up to tomorrow, you should subscribe to the channel. That would be sweet. For those of you who are subscribed to the channel, hey, thank you. You're sweet. And I am glad that you joined me for another round of 365 days of soap. I am done for the day. I will see you guys all again tomorrow. Bye.